Bruce Berkowitz is a bottom-up value investor in the Graham and Dodd tradition. As a matter of fact, he was one of the handful of leading value investors chosen to introduce a chapter of the latest edition of Benjamin Graham's classic, Security Analysis. Berkowitz's now $10 billion Fairhome Fund, a five-star Morningstar favorite, will celebrate its 10th anniversary at the end of the year. But its approach, which has delivered market and peer-beating annualized returns of more than 12%, remains the same. He and his team run a tightly focused portfolio of about 15 to 20 stocks and hefty cash positions averaging around 17%. And despite the increasing lure of overseas markets, Fairhome is sticking to what Berkowitz calls his home team advantage, investing in U.S.-based companies. As if his job were not challenging enough, the former bond manager is going back to his roots and will be launching a Fairhome bond fund in the new year. A man of many memorable lines, one of his slogans is, "The right time to invest is always." I asked him, what about now?
It's probably as good a time as any time, because after all, investing is just an equation of what you pay and what you get, and there are more than enough situations today where you get so much more for what you're paying today.
I don't usually delve into our guests' distant past, but you grew up at one point being a bookie.
Ooh, who told you that? That's good. Well, statute of limitations are over, so you're okay. I'm okay.
I
was a minor.
You applied.
I did drop out of high school, but don't tell anybody.
No, I didn't know that. Did you drop out of high school?
Yeah, for about a year to be a bookmaker.
So what did you learn from being a bookmaker that you're applying to your investing strategy?
Perverse psychology of the human condition. How people behave, how they judge winning versus losing, the need for hope, how most people do not understand the nature of odds, how some things are multiplicative in nature rather than additive. I mean, for example, if you had to decide on a company, and that company there were 15 different aspects of that company that you had to think about, and you could be 95% correct on every one of those aspects, you still have about a 50-50 chance of winning, probably less than 50, probably 45% chance. So I learned about odds, I learned about the people and their hopes and dreams and drudgery of work and the perverse psychology that makes people make stupid decisions. And I was lucky in that I learned it at a young age, and